Hello everyone! While playing the main quest, there are times when powerful monsters appear, making it difficult to advance. So today, I've prepared a strategy to help you handle the notorious bosses blocking your main quest progress. In addition to the raid bosses introduced in our third video. As you continue to proceed through the main quest, you'll run into the powerful boss, Kucha, early in the game. Kucha stays on the move, using repeat ranged attacks and opening up the ground with a skill. An effective strategy is to lure Kucha towards the wall by placing your controlled hero near it. While Kucha uses his rush skill to charge towards your hero, your other heroes can deal a lot of damage. Additionally, Kucha can burn heroes, so it would be helpful to deploy Gilahan, who can increase the burn resistance of your team. I recommend controlling Gilahan from the front and locating your other heroes at both sides of the boss so that they can deal consistent damage. The second boss I will introduce is Castum, who appears in Scenario Chapter 4. Castum is infamous for poisoning heroes. Knowing that, it would be a good idea to add Ian to your team as he resists poison. Castum repeats its skills in fan-shaped and circular patterns. Watch out for its antlion skill, which sucks you into a pit in the ground, then deals a surprise attack by calling forth a horde of scorpion soldiers. I recommend using the rally button to avoid surprise attacks, and using heroes with AoE skills as there are countless scorpion soldiers. If you find it difficult to defeat Castum, forming your team with heroes that can increase your survivability or setting your masteries to defensive may help. The next boss is Succubus, who appears in Scenario Chapter 5. The greatest challenge of Succubus is that you need to defeat all three sisters simultaneously. Be careful, as each Succubus has a different skill. Among them, I recommend targeting Succubus Samara, since she has a recovery skill. Additionally, Succubus Ramera uses a wide-range taunt skill, and if you get hit by this skill, your targeting will reset, so make sure to keep an eye on the skill's cooldown and evacuate accordingly. You can meet Bain in Scenario Chapter 6. Bain is known for his immortality skill. When the skill is activated, Bain's HP won't fall below a certain amount for a set period. In this case, I recommend using a hero who can remove buffs or Claire who can dispel the immortality skill. Also, I recommend that you use Rally to avoid fighting until the immortality skill ends. The last boss I'll introduce is Gorgon, who appears in Scenario Chapter 7. Gorgon consumes destruction stones to significantly increase its attack and defense, and if you don't remove these buffs, you will have a hard time advancing. So, I'd recommend you form your team with heroes that can remove buffs such as Phoenix Empress Eileen, Claire, and Spike, and manually control them to use their buff removal skills immediately when Gorgon consumes destruction stones. As you continue with the second half of the scenario, you will find that it becomes quite tricky and difficult to defeat bosses. So, if you have a hard time defeating a boss, take time to practice and learn its patterns. If it's still too difficult to conquer, try strengthening your heroes. Also, you will need to keep in mind which debuffs and attack patterns each boss has, and if the team formation you're using is effective. For starters, it's important to distance yourself from the boss and place your support or main damage heroes in the back, and tank heroes on either side of the boss so that there are no obstacles when dealing damage with your non-tank heroes. In particular, when facing a boss who applies debuffs, it's important to deploy heroes who have debuff immunities and wear items that increase your skill level or level up your skills to increase your debuff immunity rate. Alright, today I've taught you strategies to deal with the main scenario bosses, which will make it easier and more enjoyable to complete scenarios. If you have any other tips in addition to the ones I've shown you, please don't hesitate to share them. I'll be back with even more useful information next time. Thank you.